I was still stuck on Japanese input. Should be back now. All right, all right. I'm not lying to you. This has got to be a short episode.
I mean, it better be. If we stretch this out, I'll be amazed.
All right, so let's get this going, everybody. Ahem. Hey, welcome to Granblue Radio. This is episode number 213. Right now we have Dread Barrage going on. Um, Dread Barrage is pretty chill. Like, Toad recently came back to the game, and he was just like, "Oh, so this is all this event is? It's like Unite and Fight, but it doesn't suck." It's like, yeah.
You wanna know how I've been spending my Direct Barrage time?
Are you playing Genshin Impact and Ryza 2?
No, I'm farming in Kasha.
Ah, okay.
There's less people in there.
Amazing. So there's two pieces of news to talk about this week. But first of all, before you remind me and I forget, uh, the introductions. So welcome to Granblue Radio. This is Vibrating Sheep. With me, as always, the first officer of our crew.
Snoop is DJ, as always.
But so here's what we've got. So Dread Barrage, the changes from this time are a little weird. Like we talked about them for Choreogra, where it's like, why would you turn off special backup? All right, if you just want to have an uninterrupted, just full auto time, I guess. Um, and then the time limit being removed. Actually, the time limit being removed is good for me, just because I'll just host unparalleled full 100 the moment it becomes available. That sounds like a good idea. I'll do that. Anyway, um, the four support potions and clear herbs thing was pretty funny because of the bug that happened when it came up, where those four support potions and clear herbs and revival potions showed up everywhere and were blocking other potions from being used. Were you playing
Oh,
during that like 2 hours?
no, I wasn't.
Yeah, I was in a Grimnir and I just hit the healing button. I'm like, what is this doing here? And they were blocking things because if you were hitting a potion while that was happening, it would just refresh the page. It wouldn't let you heal.
Ah, well, good thing they fixed that. Good
Yeah,
turnaround time.
yeah. Um, the other thing, like they added some more battle badges loot, and it's just like you look at this list and you're like, I don't need any of these, which is great. I love it. I love it when you look at a set of rewards and you're like, I can live without these. I don't need to kill myself to get two premium draw tickets. It's not.
Oh, that's a big number, though. That's 600 crystals.
Speaking of 600 crystals, wait, there are no crystals in the like 600 plus bracket of uh, battle badges. It's great. It's awesome. All right. So the meat of what we are going to be talking about today, though, is the 12 4-star weapons that they just added to the game. Um, and like we were talking about some of these during Choreogra, and we were thinking like, what can they possibly do to these? So some of these got really interesting, like the tropical fairy. Let's start with that one.
All right, let's just go. Let's just go by element.
Sure. I'm going by the news post. So tropical fairy first, fire. We were just like, oh, it's a healing weapon. I mean, what are they gonna do to it to make it like interesting, right? Well, it's actually sorry, it wasn't a healing weapon. It was attached to a healing character. That's my bad. So it was attack and stamina, which meant it was already pretty interesting. And
Small
then
stamina, but it's usable.
yeah, and then they added an entirely new skill that just says when you have 5 crests and it's your main hand, you do a 700k-ish nuke and you heal your team for 100. So it's basically during
It
five.
says it says 1,000 for me.
Sorry, wait, I missed a zero. It's 1,000 healing. Um,
When you
so
have 5 crests.
when you have 5 crests, once that's built up, but it already gave you a crest on CA,
Correct. And
and
Farsight also gives mirror image now.
yeah, and then Tina herself also generates crests, doesn't she?
I'll have to look it up.
Oh, she only gives herself a crest. It does boot. She does have a
Sh
buff. Wait, what was that?
Yeah, skill 1 gives all allies the crest.
Oh, I see. It's I was looking at her CA. So okay, she does generate crest both for herself and for the rest of the team. She generates slightly more for herself. Okay, so after like 2 turns or so, I'd say about 4 turns, and this should probably be pretty comfortably going, even if you don't have the fire crest summon. What is it, Surtur? It's Surtur, I think.
It's good.
Yeah, and if you're a monk, then the healing is nice to keep you out of the red zone for which was what turns off mantra. It's good for just doing more nukes after you
Yeah, especially
mantra.
especially since Monk has a passive where does more skill damage.
hmm as a warlock, it's probably fine. Like you get the resounding chant to get another extra hellfire crest, and you're already relatively nuke based, but not that nuke based. But yeah, this is one of
It's
those
Monk's
things. What was that?
it's a Monk's best friend.
It is definitely for monks, not really for warlocks. All right. Anything else to say about the tropical fairy?
It's good. I like it.
Yeah, I wish it wasn't attached to a limited character. All
Well,
right,
I used to put it as if I'm gonna have a stamina weapon, why don't I have Exabas?
and this
And
one
now there's the
finally,
answer.
yeah, but it has to be main hand, so it's balanced by that where you don't just stack them up. Uh, next up, the Black Dragons mod, the Siegfried weapon. So,
Oh, that's a fun one.
so the thing about Siegfried himself, like he sets himself on fire, and he's just like, okay, sure. I mean, you give yourself a little bit of enmity that way. He heals himself back up and such, but he's on fire all the time, and so it's like, all right. Um, and his weapon itself, was it Excelsior? It was Mystery,
No mystery.
and so now it has an entirely new skill. So it
Bloodshed.
so if you don't read this carefully, you're just like, oh, this is only going to be for enmity, and you ignore it. But it is a second large attack skill, and you start the fight at 80% health. If you have two of them, you start the fight at 60% health, and it only goes that far as I can tell.
That is what the game note says on
hmm
this.
And so, like, they've tried a bunch of different ways to make you start at a reasonably low health without, like, printing another Summer Zoe. Like, you remember Demon Bream?
Yes, I have 5 of those.
Do you actually use it, though?
I use 0 of those.
Yeah. But what if we told you Demon Bream took up a weapon slot instead of a summon slot?
I still wouldn't use it because of the grid I have for that element.
For Wind specifically?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
But I mean,
also losing like 20%. If I'm doing the other crit build, that's a lot of HP I lost.
that's fair. The one that is full of spoons.
Yeah,
But what if I told you it was in fire though?
I could probably use that. That crit grid also uses enmity.
Yeah. Even if you're on like a grid like mine where it's not anything that isn't like 5 Ixabas basically can use this, which is nice. I have like a Crimson Finger, and we've got like uh what's the English name of Dos? Gangsta Knife. I was gonna call it Gravity Knife for some reason. The Gangsta Knife is there. You've got a bunch of free sources of enmity. Pretty nice. There's really nothing more to say about this one. It's interesting
Uh,
to see.
the one thing I'll say is I want to see someone bring that to Fasan just and live.
It shouldn't be that hard. It's, I mean, I have, let's see, 20% of my HP. I have like 45 to 50k hit points in Fa. So losing 20% of that is 10k, and then another 30k. Yeah, it's fine. It means that even after I potion, I'm still in pretty good enmity garrison range.
Yeah, that's what I want to see.
All right, next up, so Nagelring. Nagelring goes from small crit to medium crit, which means that like you can essentially replace a Galilee's Insight in the crit grid if you're going with Varuna, and then it gives you Craft, which is keen. It's essentially keen. It gives you supplemental damage on any crit, which is what 20k I think it is,
20k,
sta-
equivalent to 1% of foe's max HP. So yeah,
and
20k.
stacking up to a max of 100k if I remember right.
Correct.
But yeah, I mean, this is solid. There's nothing. I have no complaints about this at all. I have three of them. I might just damma it to get to the fourth one. We'll see what happens after the anniversary.
Yeah, so if you're not running two of the what's it called, the Wamdis spear,
Mm-hmm.
it's all right. Especially if you want to do singleton.
Mm-hmm. And then so the previous CA was really generic on Nagelring. It's 20. It was 20% meter, which a bunch of different things have, and now it gives you mirror image, and it's like, I mean, all right. It's kind of random though,
Two hits of mirror image. I mean, Izmir doesn't want to get hit. I don't know.
but it only gives it to yourself, isn't it?
Yeah, it's also to yourself only.
Yeah. All right. I mean, I'm not gonna complain about it, but it's still one of those things where it's like, what does this have to do with the rest of this kit?
Yes.
All right. Speaking of what the hell.
Okay, yeah, this is the most useless one.
Okay, so we were talking about this. Majesty, small. So small hit points, then medium hit points, and now healing.
Why?
It's because they're trying, I guess, to make a more balanced draconic harp? Question mark. So with the healing up, then it enhances the heal that you get on CA and the refresh you get on its CA.
I mean, that's cool and all, but if I need this much HP, there's a problem somewhere.
And if you need that much healing, it's like, what are you doing that Lily can't keep up with? That this helps with? All right,
Yeah, I
we're
don't know
moving on.
about this one. I don't
Yeah,
know about Ophelia.
we're moving on. We're just moving on. All right, Gandiva, um, medium crit. Like
Okay.
Earth is the grid that is most welcoming to just new things that replace old things and doing a different version of the same job. So it's like if you're trying to crit in Titan, then this is another option. Yay! And then our friend says that it's 25% Earth defense down when you upgrade it CA.
Oh, okay.
The thing is that yeah, Earth was so if you were in need of a bow in order to get the All Might axe working, then this it replaces the question of do I put in a Draconic and sacrifice Opus or do I just buy a Hercules, I guess, or the worst feeling was do I slot in the compound bow from Platinum Sky?
Hey, that thing has skill damage up.
It's true. But you know also how skill damage up that totally blows it out of the water if you're doing Highlander stuff? Yeah, anyway, let's keep moving. Um, the hard knuckle.
I didn't expect this one to be the one to get Excelsior.
I mean, it already had skill cap up, so now it gets skill cap and charge attack damage up. I mean, the hard knuckle is great for Fiorito if you're gonna try and build around Fiorito. It's another very very viable fist, and Fiorito benefits from like all of these things. It being a fist, um, it giving more damage on just not just skills but now CAs.
Oh, it also increases stun. Sometimes it's 3 turns after the turn instead of 2 turns.
I mean, sure.
Hard knuckle.
Sometimes you just bean someone with a giant baseball. But yeah, I'm a fan of this one. I just don't have Pengi yet, and so it's gonna be a very long time until I can do anything with this. I also don't play Earth Titan, so I'm happy not having this.
I'm missing one, thingy. Anyways,
Oh really?
yeah, I'm going off again.
Mm. Yeah, that's gonna be a theme because like I think I have 3 Black Dragons Maws. I have 3 Nagel Rings. I'm just staring at this going, oh, they're trying to sap out my Damascus ingots. All right. So next up, the Wind Yoda weapon, True Tiger's Bane.
Oh,
Uh,
hey, it gets 10% amplified on CA.
is it 10% amplified? That's pretty nice actually.
Yeah,
To MC or to whole team?
MC.
Okay. If it was to whole
And
team, it's like that's La Diva, isn't it?
it's only 10% amplified to self after you have your guaranteed triple attack for that turn too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hey, look, it got blow as a third skill. What does blow do? on your third hits of your triple attack, bonus to wind damage.
Yeah, we first saw that in what, the Hope-filled Knuckles, I think it was? Yeah, which already have a 4-star.
No, we saw the blow as an ability. We saw that first with the Halloween Fist from Proving Ground.
Oh, that's right. This is the, I just remember it being on the Hope-filled Knuckles, and it has a 4-star. Alright, then the Valentine's Grimnir Spear. The
Okay, let's just turn any spear class into what's it called? Into a monk as well.
I mean, it needs it. Spear main hand classes are very defensive in nature. Even Cavalier, which like almost nobody runs with a spear. Everybody runs it with gun. They need this. They need this.
There's a lot of spear damage because also 4-star it does 4 hits of like 135k each.
That's a lot, especially since you're encouraged to start using beaks in wind now. Those
And
EWR
also
beaks.
this thing also already came with Jade Arts. You
Mm-hmm.
know,
So just skill damage, everybody. Let's go. Do it.
it's a lot.
Yeah. All right. So I'm not even gonna try to pronounce this. Light Charlotta Axe. Um, gets craft. It's the supplement to crit damage again.
Well, apparently, according to the notes, it has the same cap as Hollow Sky weapons and Luo's horn.
Huh.
Yeah,
So I mean, Luo's Horde was pretty much only used as a main hand, so we're gonna ignore interfering with that necessarily. Um, it has medium crit, it has attack. Before, in order to get to um, guaranteed crit on Zeus, you were basically pumping Damascus into the Ivory Arc, wasn't it?
Ivory Arc. You can also get some crit from Gungnir. It's
So,
really hard to do singleton crit. Let's be honest. For
or even just guaranteed crit, you still needed 2 Ivory Arcs and then plus one thing. I
yeah,
mean,
you need 2 Ivory Arcs.
and the thing is that since it's still only medium crit, then like it doesn't take away the need for 2 Ivory Arcs. It means that you can, I guess, do this plus a Gungnir plus another medium crit or something.
I forget how the calculations work.
Yeah. What did the upgraded CA do? Because this CA is pretty garbage.
Wait, there was an upgrade CA.
Oh, okay.
I don't see it in the notes.
Most of them upgrade their CAs, but I didn't
Yeah,
see
I don't see it
anything.
in the notes.
Yeah. Because I mean, the original CA is pretty garbage. Cut to
This is
mode bar
this is not a main hand weapon.
is like if you are Zeus Light and you're main handing an axe, then why isn't it Certificus? And this offers no answers to that question. All right.
Moving on.
Yeah, moving on. The light Percival sword. It gets hit points.
You know, with this, it's healing. So when you have hit points, you have more things to heal. I don't know. Something help.
Look, here's the worst part about this is that okay, so on CA it used to give 20% light attack up. That's fine. That's something that you get if you like main hand the harp of the teachers, and you also get that on like just some other miscellaneous things. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with it.
All right. So how about this 4-star effect on the sword?
On
A
a
light sword
sword,
specifically,
on a light sword, you get uplifted. It's like, wait a second, why aren't you just using the Xeno sword, which is
which
just
is the better main hand.
it's just a better main hand.
Help.
It even has small hit points on it. I mean, it doesn't get boosted like this one does, but it's just like,
Wait, you need help with your hit points and light? What?
hey, in Zeus Light you kind of do until
Hey,
like you get what is it,
hey,
Ivory Arcs?
Ivory Arc exists.
We're moving on.
Also that 30 moon weapon exists too.
Oh yeah, the taming. Sorry,
Yeah, I think that thing's great. I don't know why if you're playing Zeus you don't have this.
maybe you're on budget Zeus. Maybe that's why you have a Walthari, because you've somehow rolled 4 light Percivals during free
I've
rolls.
rolled 0.
Yeah. All right, we're moving on to the Ishtar. So
I'm
the
missing one. I'm
I
missing
am
one for this
I am
one.
also missing one. And so the thing is that for playing as Dark Crit, uh, Dark Crit was kind of it was kind of constricted because it was like two Babs and then one of your choice of the what was it? It was Bloody Scar or like Soul Eater or something like that. Was it Soul Eater? Was it
I
Blood
know
Gang?
Blaze Scar. I think it was Blue Gang you're thinking of. Let me check.
Soul Eater also has medium crit, so it was one of those three basically. So now you have a fourth option for the medium crit spot, or you run
Oh
all
wait,
of them.
Blue Gang is a small crit.
Oh my God, looking at small crit, I hate this.
Yeah, because it's Lair, so
Oh
it's a
my
small
God.
attack and small crit.
Oh my God. So Ishtar is a good addition to the lineup of things that give dark crit because it's not Bloot Gang. It's just not Bloot Gang, boys. Um,
I do. They increased the DATA to 35%. That's kind of cool,
that is really good.
especially since it lasts for 3 turns after.
Yeah, that's really good as a main hand. Um, the contenders for Dark Gun. So this is after they buffed the freaking Lich Gun to have the same kind of DATA up. It's what is it called? Phantasmus?
Phantasmus, I think. Yeah.
Because yeah, Phantasmus 4-star gives DATA up as well. So it's just like, oh, I guess we replace this now. Unless you need hit points. Anyway, Ishtar is fine. I like it. I will make it someday. Maybe I'll roll a Dark Eustace in the anniversary. Who knows? And then the last one to cover is the Alabaster Zenith, which
This is also the
gives
one I didn't expect Excelsior on.
Dark can't keep getting away with this. What if Fiorito but dark and with guns? Oh my goodness. So the Alabaster Zenith, um, it was it's skill damage and now it's Excelsior. So this is basically another version of Hard Knuckle now. Earth and Dark, the elements that definitely needed their CAs and nukes to hit harder, right?
Yeah, you didn't know? I got the memo a long time ago, right?
Yeah, with Vagabond for the skill damage up, the fact that freaking Scales of Dominion gives you Dark skill cap up. How many times does Arts?
the, the fact that it already had a higher CA damage because of the Magna weapons or Mega weapons.
Mm-hmm. So anyway, if you want your CAs as dark to hit as at primal dark to hit as hard as what Magna gets with Avatar stabs, I guess you can now. But anyway, um, the CA is really the upgraded CA is nothing to write home about. It just does a nuke after you CA now.
But hey, that nuke has a cap up.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't have this character, so I can't even tell you anything about
Neither
it.
do I. But I mean, skill cap up with Lucius is super fun. He just nukes so often.
Makes sense.
All right. And then the last stuff really is just cosmetic things. So we'll just cover that very lightly, and then we'll call it an episode. So when we logged in the other day, we had all of our home pages had reset to the MC as a fighter. So Grand for me, Jita for you, I believe.
Correct.
And now we can go into settings, and let's just this one. Let's replace this with an outfit. Let's go with a Lyria outfit. Which one of these is not already on here? I think it's the fish. So now I can have 4 to 6 Lyrias as my home screen character. Or they added a bunch of summons to it, mostly event summons.
Vane's lost.
Vane, Romeo and Juliet getting married. Um, who did you put on here? Did you only put on Vera's or did you put something else other than Vera's?
I put my Valentine's.
Got it. Yeah, I've decided for now I'm putting on what is it 4 or 5 skins of Lyria. I think it's 4. Cooking Lyria, Comfy Lyria, battle mode Lyria.
The Granblue's one, that one's so good.
It's so good. Jeez. Chat Grea Lyria, Vicala Lyria. Ha. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's what we've got. Next week, Dread Barrage will be over. We will be in our um, rerun of Spaghetti
Spaghetti Syndrome,
Syndrome and getting ready to invade the moon.
which is gonna be long.
It's gonna be a 4-week event. Are you ready?
Well, at least I'll remember that it exists. Unlike most events that just run on long and require me to actually go back to it every day.
Yeah, that was one of those things about the early ones where it's just like, oh, there's still dailies. Huh. All right. But anyway, thanks for joining us, everybody. Uh, as always, follow us on Granblue_EN. We will be talking about all the news that comes out. Um, you can follow us on Twitch, on YouTube. There's going to be a bunch of stuff in the description. But until then, we'll see you. Enjoy Dread Barrage. It's a chill time. It's a nice
Apparently, light and water needed more healing. Who knew? All right,
light.
bye everybody.
Light and water needed healing. Meanwhile, Earth and Dark needed more skill damage. Everybody, skill and CA damage.
They need more
I'm,
caps.
I'm not letting this one go.
They need more caps.
I'm heated. I'm heated.
All right, night, folks.
Night, folks. I'm salty.